First car I learned on was manual. My dad grew up on a farm, so he definitely wanted to make sure all of us knew how to drive a manual. And it's a lot of fun because when we're driving down the highway and I gotta like shift, feel like I'm in a Fast and Furious movie. So that's always fun. Early in the morning, 7:44, heading to strength and conditioning, our first practice of the day. After that, we got striking, and then after that, we got jiu-jitsu. So it's gonna be a rough one, but that's what we signed up for. Hurry up, brother. Get off phone.
Is there Russian butterfly?
Hold on. That's how we do it here. What's next?
Grab the handle and take off the pole. And you're gonna row it to you. 15, give me a 10-second hold once you get to number 15. Spot 3 is gonna be...
I do strength and conditioning Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday, Thursday morning, and then Wednesday night after evening practice. Crew only does 2 days a week.
It's cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. Just got done strength and conditioning over here at Exos. Best strength and conditioning program in the world, maybe. And now we're heading to striking over at Glory. So it's just striking, no rounds. And then tonight we got jiu-jitsu, so. Welcome to Missouri.
I feel like it's not snow. It's
You mean
just
misery?
terrible.
Missouri. Well, right now we're heading to Quick Trip because we're far enough out that I can cheat on my diet a little bit. The Quick Trip is a gas station and it's delicious. It's practically like a little restaurant that also serves gas. But they have really good everything. Their pizza's okay, but everything else is delicious. So, and they're actually really, really friendly. Sponsor me, Quick Trip. The highest nutrition when I'm this far off from camp is chocolate milk, some donuts, and for some reason, I felt like a block of cheese today, so that's what we're doing. But
I'm 30 seconds.
Like this or free trade here, I can trade on this. I typically like to locate off of the lead hand a little bit more. Whenever I kick, you just have to understand that the 2 is coming. So we either need a high guard on the kick, or we need to slip our head offline. You with it? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Grant's training, you know, he's a consistent guy. You know, he just recently won the Hammer of the Year because he's here day in, day out, whether he's got a fight or not. He's also very predictable in that while he's very ferocious and mean and intentional in all of his training sessions, you can definitely see a gear shift as the fight gets announced, as we get closer to the fight, and everyone knows it. Everyone knows that while he's in fight camp and as we get closer, if you get to be his partner today, if you're lucky enough to get to go with him in the live rounds, you're going to get the full experience.
So we're here at Glory. This is our second to third workout of the day. We're about to hit jiu-jitsu. Over here on the mat, we got people training and getting ready. We got about 20 minutes before we get going here, so let's kill it.
Abu Dhabi, and I actually got an opportunity to sit in his corner and watch him do his thing, and he is a scary man. I have personally connected with him a lot on the wrestling. He's helped me out a lot with wrestling, and his brain is just full of knowledge, full of violence. He's a very, very hard worker, and he's a hammer. I remember watching him hit mitts with James for the first time, and he was like wearing those like little MMA gloves, and the sound, like the pop, it sounded really violent and very scary. And then in Abu Dhabi, I got to watch it in action, and that, my friend, was so terrifying. Like cage side, hearing those gloves hit this poor guy's face, and then seeing the poor guy afterwards. Grant's a hammer. I think what makes Grant special as a fighter is he's a borderline nerd about it, which is a very scary thing to mix violence and nerdiness and like education and like educating yourself. I remember flying back on the flight from Abu Dhabi, and he would be on he was like literally using the free internet to watch more tape. He's watching more tape on future opponents, and I was like, you know, and here we were drinking champagne because we were coming home with a couple wins, and he's there watching tape. For Grant's next fight, I know he's got a tough dude, but you know, Grant's a tough dude. So I really see Grant taking him to Takedown City, population, the dude he's fighting. I see a lot of ground and pound, a little bit of face rubbing, getting rubbed in the mat, because I see him doing it all the time. Yeah, I think he's gonna find a way to rub this dude's face in the mat.
Even though he hasn't fought, he trains non-stop, day in and day out. He's constantly trying to improve. That's the biggest thing. He's not just trying to come in and get hard rounds. He's trying to learn and get better every time. He's the hardest worker in the gym by far. He never uses "I'm tired" as an excuse. He's gonna push past that regardless. And a lot of people see that as just cardio, but it's not just cardio. He's efficient. He knows what he's doing with his technique, and he knows how to sap that out of other people. He'll put people in positions where they have to use a bunch of energy, but he's using almost no energy. He's just posting his arms, and his grappling style is really good at negating the like old school jiu-jitsu style. Everything he does is built around smashing that. And so every jiu-jitsu person, or every really kind of martial artist, has their specialties, certain submissions they specialize in, and it's good to take note of that if you have an opponent, especially specialized in one area like the jiu-jitsu. So, I mean, the guy is flying armbar GSP in the tournament before, so obviously his arm bars are really good. So just working on armbar defense, your traditional submissions like triangles, arm bars, rear naked choke. Grant's whole style is built around negating that and countering it. So it's going to be a really, really good matchup. Everything that he does is built around negating that. So in all the years he's been training this traditional close guard, gi collar chokes and stuff like that, it's not going to work out, and it's playing right into his game. If he gets top position, he's going to pass his guard, take his back, and get a rear naked choke. Next time you see him fight, he'll be better and better and better and better. And there's no limit to that.
Today was Tuesday, pretty rough day. You know, we woke up 7 a.m. Went to strength and conditioning over at Exos. Did a lot of full body stuff there, a lot of explosive work there. And then basically we went to striking class after that, got our good rounds in there. No sparring today, but then tonight we come in and we do jiu-jitsu, an hour of jiu-jitsu and then 30 minutes of rolling. I'm working with some of the best coaches in the world, some of the best rolling partners in the world here. I really don't think that, you know, he's going to be able to throw stuff at me that I haven't seen every day here, you know, between working with James and my jiu-jitsu training partners, you know, Paul Kalinda, my jiu-jitsu coach, Justin, and we call him Murder Dog. But yeah, there's so many good people in this room. There's so many good, you know, styles to replicate him. I feel like I see him every single day. Every time I have a fight, you know, I'm not rolling against Devin Weber or Justin or whoever I'm going with. It's the guy. It's Santos. It's the guy that I'm fighting. It's the guy that I'm gonna smash into the mat. And then anytime like I go through some adversity in a round, it's you know, what is he gonna do in this position? I've got to fight through this. And no matter how tired I am, I know that the person under me is even more tired, even more worn out, even more worn down, and that just, it motivates you, you know. When you don't want to do rounds is when you have to do rounds the most, you know. And when it's a mental thing, when it's a physical thing, that's completely different. But when it's a mental reason that you don't want to do your rounds, you remember my opponent's doing his rounds right now, my opponent's thinking about me right now, my opponent's doing everything right now, so I need to do the same. And it gets you through these days. And then practices get easier and easier as you go because you get in better and better shape. Everything about, you know, the opponent, about fighting, just it motivates you. You can't not be motivated in this. And one thing about, like, you talked about motivation, you talk about, you know, how do I stay motivated? It's not motivation. Motivation goes away and comes back and goes away and comes back. It's habit. You know, when things are just such a habit to you, you know, you don't need to get motivated to brush your teeth because brushing your teeth is just a habit now. You know, you don't need to get motivated to, you know, take a shower because taking a shower every day is a habit, right? Or at least I hope it is. But, you know, training every day and working hard every day and just being in those gritty, grimy situations, that's just habit to me. Like, it'd be weird if I wasn't in those situations. And it's just so exciting to finally have, like, an end goal, you know? It's so exciting to not just be training to train. It's exciting to have, I'm smashing this training partner because I'm gonna smash my opponent on March 20th.